Hey guys, what's up? This is Losties. I'm bringing you the top 5 survivor perks in Dead by Daylight. Now before we start, I'm actually going to be excluding 2 perks that are pretty much deemed necessary for survivors. The first one of course is self-care. Self-care lets you heal without the use of a medkit or any of your other teammates to heal you. The other ability is Sprint Burst, which increases your running speed by 150%. This is completely invaluable and way better than any of the other perks that you're going to get in Dead by Daylight. If you're a new player, I highly recommend you rush Meg to get this perk. Once you have access to the perks Teachable, you can train with any other survivor. You just need this one so you can finally get away from all those killers. With that being said, remember this is a personal list, and with number 5, I'm going to be starting with Adrenaline. Adrenaline is one of my all-time favorite perks. Adrenaline states you are fueled by an unexpected energy when on the verge of escape, instantly healing from injury or a dying state, and spread at 100% your normal running speed for about 5 seconds when the gate opens. Adrenaline does not apply when you are disabled, so meaning when you're on a hook or when a killer has you or something like that. When you first start playing, you won't have access to self-care and sprint very early. When you start leveling Meg, you're actually going to be getting Adrenaline at the same time. At first look, you would see this perk and you think it's defensive, kind of a way to just get up and maybe try to survive 1 or 2 rounds. What I love about this perk is you can use it offensively. When there's about 1 generator left, I usually like to get the killer's attention and have him chase me around. I use this time as a decoy to have my other survivors finish the last generator, and if I get hit, that's fine because I'm just going to heal from it, and that extra movement speed helped me escape. It's also had times where I'm laying on the ground, I'm getting up, but those are very rare. Number 4 is Empathy. Empathy used to be a necessary perk until they came out with Survive with Friends. The reason it's fallen back is because usually when you play with someone, you can just talk to them over voice comms. What Empathy does is it shows you dying or injured auras of other survivors. This is great when you're playing alone as you don't know where the killer is hitting someone. This gives you a rough estimate of where the killer is, so you can continue doing the generators or whatever you were doing in the game. Again, this is the great perk and really helps out with survivability. It's just that with voice comms, it's really fallen back. Number 3 goes to Saboteur. This gives you the access to sabotage without using the toolkit, but it also increases the efficiency by 100%. This used to be a must-have, but until recently due to a couple of nerfs. Originally, killers ran Iron Grasp as a way to counteract the perk. However, less and plus people are running Sabotage due to the nerfs. However, it's still a great pickup. It gives you points, it helps that the team survive, and it's still really pesky to the killers. Overall, what makes a really good perk is the survivability, so I'm just going to go ahead and give you some honorable mention. Again, you never know what kind of perks you're going to get when leveling up, so I highly recommend if you're trying Dwight, Bond and Leader are great, as well as the new character Nia has Streetwise, and they're really good situational perks like Small Game and Lightweight, I believe. So let's go ahead and go with the top 2, and they're really kind of similar, and we'll see what you think. Number 2 goes to Spine Chill, and it reads, an unnatural tingle warns you of impending doom. Get notified when the killer is looking directly in your direction and standing within 36-meter range. This is great because when you're doing a generator or you're helping someone or you're just hiding, you know if the killer is coming in your direction. It doesn't seem like much, but when you're doing a generator and someone's chasing, you know if the killer is going to be coming your way. I actually greatly undervalued this perk when I first read it. I thought it was kind of lame because, it doesn't really tell you where the killer is coming from. This puts you in a better way of thinking since you know if the killer is making a beeline for you rather than just scanning the area. With that being said, the negative part is while Spine Chill is active, skill checks trigger odds are increased by 10%. Now what happens, I don't know if it's a bug or if it's part of the game, but sometimes when you're walking away from the generator, the skill check will trigger and it'll pop the generator on accident. This is highly inconvenient, and it happens maybe 1 in maybe 10 or 15 times, but it still makes the Spine Chill worth it. Number 1 goes to Premonition. Now, I know a lot of people are going to come in, and I'm really excited for your guys' input, but a lot of people are going to be like, no, this is crazy, Premonition sucks, why would you run it over Spine Chill? Again, this is more of a personal list, and I really think Premonition is one of the best. If I had to choose, other than Sprint and Self-Care, one other perk, it would be Premonition. Premonition gives you an auditory warning when looking in the direction of a killer in a 45-degree cone within a range of 36 meters. Premonition does have a cooldown of 30 seconds, but that's more than enough to keep the ability going and going. It also helps when a killer is stealth, in this case the Wraith. It was one of the first perks I got to level 3, and every time it finds itself in my main set of perks. I just feel like it's a basic ability of all the survivors that it just needs to be included, like the heartbeat or the music playing. As a new player, it really helps with the survivability. You just, you kind of getting that orientation of, okay, this is where the killer is coming from, without necessarily having to pay attention on the generators, skill checks, and where the killer is coming from. One of the coolest thing about Spine Chill and Premonition is that you can combo them together, and you're gonna know exactly where the killer is coming from and what it's doing. It's absolutely awesome, and if you're a veteran, I highly recommend you try it out. So what do you guys think? Comment below, tell me how I did, what I did wrong, if you think my picks were dumb, or you can meet me on Twitch, which I stream every day from 8 to 12 Eastern. But again, thank you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one.